I used to be what I now refer to as a walking head. As a lawyer, my days were a blur of deadlines and demands, and my body was just a vessel to get me through the day. It wasn't until I learned to tune in to what I discovered that I discovered a whole new world within me of emotions and sensations and a deep-seated need for balance. And this journey led me to the Polyvagal theory, and I'm happy to share my insights with you today. In this video, we'll explore the Polyvagal theory, a groundbreaking concept that explains how your nervous system responds to the world around you. By understanding the three states of your nervous system, the ventral vagal, the sympathetic, and the dorsal vagal states, you can gain valuable insights into your emotional and physical well-being. We'll use a nature-based metaphor to help you visualize these states and provide practical tips for monitoring your body and finding balance. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of your body's wisdom and tools to cultivate resilience and well-being in a very practical way. So let's explore the three different states of our nervous system, from safety and connection to fight, flight, and to survival and shutdown. The ventral vagal state is your body's natural state of calm and connection. It's like a tree thriving in the springtime, full of life and vitality. When you're in this state, you feel safe, relaxed, and connected to yourself and to others. Your heart rate is steady, your breathing is deep, and your digestion is optimal. This is the state we all strive for, as is the foundation for emotional regulation, for creativity and intimacy. When faced with challenges or a perceived threat, your body shifts into the sympathetic state, much like a tree bending in the wind. This is your body's fight or flight response. Your heart rate increases, your breathing quickens, and your muscles tense. While this state is essential for survival, chronic activation can lead to stress, anxiety, or even burnout. And understanding this state is crucial for being able to manage it effectively. In contrast to the other two states, the dorsal vagal state is often referred to as the shutdown or freeze response. It's like a tree in winter, seemingly dormant, but still alive. When you're in this state, you may feel numb or disconnected or overwhelmed. Your body's functions slow down, and you may experience difficulty concentrating or making decisions. While this state is a protective mechanism, prolonged activation can lead to chronic fatigue, depression, and digestive issues. So now you have the overview, let's explore the two states of activation, fight or flight, and the state of collapse and shutdown. So you can really learn how to identify them and move out of them organically, so you do not get stuck there. At the end, I will go through some exercises with you, which you can use in a very practical way to regulate your nervous system. So the sympathetic state is the body's response to perceived threat. So preparing it for a fight or flight response. As I said, it's like a tree bending in the wind, very resilient and adaptable. When activated, the sympathetic nervous system triggers a cascade of physiological changes, including increased heart rate and blood pressure and breathing, respiration. Your senses become heightened and your muscles tense in preparation for action. While this state is very essential for survival, what happens in the modern world is a chronic activation of this state, and that leads to disorders such as anxiety or panic attacks or even insomnia. Understanding this sympathetic state is crucial for managing your stress response and to build resilience. By recognizing the physical and emotional signs of this state, you can implement strategies to calm your nervous system. Physical symptoms may include rapid heartbeat, sweating, trembling, difficulty concentrating, and emotionally, you may feel irritable or anxious or overwhelmed. It's important to remember that experiencing this state is completely normal, and what we want to alleviate is the chronic activation of this state. So to counterbalance the effects of this sympathetic state, it's essential to manage one's stress. So through deep breathing exercises or meditation or yoga. And physical activity can also help, such as walking and running. You can incorporate relaxation techniques into your daily routine, so you can prevent the accumulation of stress. And it's important to find activities you enjoy that bring you a sense of peace and calm. The chronic activation of the sympathetic state can end up leading to adrenal fatigue, where your body's ability to cope with stress is compromised. And this can manifest as fatigue and difficulty in concentrating, having mood swings. And to prevent adrenal fatigue, you should prioritize sleep, nutrition, and rest. Establishing healthy boundaries and learning to say no can also help in reducing stress levels. The sympathetic state is a natural and healthy part of our human physiology. But it is important to find balance between the activation and the relaxation of our nervous system. And by understanding these signs and symptoms, we can implement effective coping strategies, so to enhance our ability to navigate life's challenges. Your body is designed to handle stress, but it's essential to provide it with the tools and support it needs to thrive. So let's turn now to the dorsal vagal state. The dorsal vagal state is a survival mechanism again, and it occurs when your body perceives an overwhelming threat, a threat from which there's no escaping and no fighting. It's like a tree in winter, seemingly lifeless, but definitely with potential for renewal. In this state, the body shuts down as a means of self-preservation. The physical symptoms would include low heart rate, decreased blood pressure, and a sense of detachment. You may experience difficulty in concentrating, or you feel overwhelmed, or even dissociate. It's essential to understand that this state is not a personal failure. It's just a natural response of your body to overwhelming stress. And the chronic activation of this dorsal vagal state can lead to severe physical or emotional consequences, such as chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, or depression. And it's important to recognize the signs of it, so that you can seek the support that you need. So building resilience to stress is very crucial for preventing prolonged periods being spent in this state. Healing from dorsal vagal shutdown is a gradual process, and it requires patience and self-compassion. So you can practice grounding techniques such as deep breathing and mindfulness to help you to reconnect with the body and reduce these feelings of disconnection. Physical activity, even in small amounts, can stimulate the nervous system and promote really a sense of agency. And it's essential to create a safe and supportive environment where you feel seen and heard. Trauma can significantly impact the body's ability to regulate the nervous system, and it leads to chronic activation of this dorsal vagal state. So seeking professional help from a trauma-informed therapist can also provide valuable support. By gently and progressively addressing the underlying causes of the dorsal vagal shutdown, it's very well possible to regain the sense of balance and well-being. While the dorsal vagal state may seem very overwhelming, it's important to remember it's a survival mechanism. It's your body trying to keep you safe. And with understanding and compassion, and of course appropriate support, it's possible to heal and restore balance to the nervous system. So, before we move on to the practical exercises, I would like to explain how the nervous system is structured as a ladder, the polyvagal ladder. So let's clarify this and explain the hierarchical nature of this ladder. It's a model that describes the progression of the nervous system through the different states, from safety and connection to survival and shutdown. Imagine the polyvagal ladder as a staircase with 3 steps. On the top step, we have the ventral vagal state. This is the desired state of safety, connection, and social engagement. One lower down is the middle step, and that is the sympathetic state. It's the state of mobilization, being ready for action, fight or flight. And when that does not work, your body moves automatically to the dorsal vagal state, the third state of shutdown and freeze. And the goal is to spend most of your time on the top step and to be able to move fluidly between these steps as needed. When faced with a threat, you might step down to the middle step, sympathetic state, to be able to respond. However, if the threat feels overwhelming, you may have to descend to the bottom state, the dorsal vagal state, and the key is to be able to climb back up the ladder to the ventral state as quickly as possible. So now let's explore the practical tips for monitoring your position on this polyvagal ladder. First, mindful body scan. You can regularly check in with your body by paying attention to your physical sensations. Notice your breathing, your heart rate, your muscle tension, and of course the overall energy level. The second thing to watch out for is to observe your emotions and how they correlate with your physical sensations. Are you feeling calm or anxious or perhaps numb? The third is to pay attention to your behavioral patterns. Are you engaging socially? Are you feeling agitated? Or are you withdrawing? The fourth thing you could do is to become aware of situations and people that consistently trigger a shift in your state. And my fifth tip is to incorporate grounding exercises into your daily routine to help you regulate your nervous system. This can include deep breathing, mindfulness meditation, or sensory grounding, focusing on the 5 senses. And by regularly monitoring these aspects, you can gain valuable insights into your nervous system state and be able to make the adjustments that are needed. Are you ready to take control of your nervous system? By understanding the polyvagal theory and practicing these techniques, you're well on your way to a more balanced and fulfilling life. But this is just the beginning. In the next part of the video, we'll dive deeper into specific challenges and provide tailored solutions. We'll explore how to handle overwhelming stress, navigate difficult relationships, and overcome past trauma. Don't miss out on these essential tools to transform your well-being. So please hit that subscribe button and join our community. And feel free to share your experiences, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. So let's continue this journey together. So first of all, let's identify, are you in fight, flight, or freeze? Let's figure out where you're at. Feeling overwhelmed, on edge, or are you constantly on high alert? You might be in a sympathetic state, ready to fight or flee. Does your heart race? Do you sweat easily? Or do you find it hard to concentrate? These are all signs. If, on the other hand, if you're feeling numb or disconnected or withdrawn, you could be in a dorsal vagal state. It's your body's way of shutting down. Do you find it hard to make decisions, or feel physically or emotionally drained, or struggle to connect with others? Once you've identified where you're at, we can work on getting you back to balance. So, the first exercise is to activate and energize if you find yourself in shutdown. If you're feeling disconnected or numb, it's time to shake things up. So what you can do is tap into your body. Start by gently tapping on your arms, and you can work your way down the whole body, all the way to your feet, and you use a rhythmic and consistent tapping motion, and you focus on the physical sensations as you tap. Another tip is to put some upbeat music and let loose. Move your body freely without any inhibitions. Jump, shake and wriggle, and the sillier the better. The goal is to activate your body and to bring a smile to your face. Remember, the key is to engage your body and your mind. Just have fun. Another exercise, if you find yourself in the sympathetic response of fight and flight, is to cool down the system. If you're feeling overwhelmed or on edge, it's time to bring the body into balance through deep breathing and find a quiet space. Focus on your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold your breath. And exhale slowly through the mouth. And with this breath awareness, you can really go deep and calm down your nervous system. Another technique you can use is visualization. You can imagine yourself in a peaceful place, in a very calming scene. Seeing a serene beach or a lush forest, and focus on the details in your imagination, and you'll notice your system calming down. So these various techniques you can implement and make them part of your routine. Experiencing the fluctuations in your nervous system is a normal part of the human condition. Millions of people grapple with stress and anxiety and overwhelm. But by understanding your body's signals and practicing these rather simple techniques, you're taking really a proactive step towards better mental and physical health. But consistency is key, so try incorporating these exercises into your daily routine. And over time, you'll notice a significant improvement in your ability to manage stress and to regulate your emotions. Don't forget to share your experiences in the comments. Your journey can really inspire others. And remember, it's okay to seek professional help if that's necessary. You absolutely deserve to feel calm, centered, and in control. So let's work together to achieve that. Please subscribe for more tips and tools to help you thrive. And thank you for watching.